the Kassadin into the late game, but you can expect the Kassadin to be getting shoved in non-stop by the Orianna. This is going to make Canyon's job harder because you have to be non-stop, getting every single auto attack in that you can, harassing this guy constantly as Canyon is going to make this so difficult. They're going to go for the dive.
3v2 dive from Gen.G. Lehen's going to lead the way. Whippo trying to stay alive. He's barely hanging on as he flashes out. Paige trying to chase him down. It's first blood back over to the Ash. Busio still wants to get one back, but he doesn't have the damage. The Riptide slows him down, and Gen.G get the first blood.
Nicely executed dive, and it's ultimately a misplay from Whippo. Chovy getting very low, forced a flash in the 1v1.
Remember, he continues to stay. Busio's wrapping around behind him. Remember, there's no flash. He could look for this.
They're letting that recall run down.
Here we go.
Busio wants to go for the dive. This will be pretty important here for FlyQuest. Knock up onto Chovy. Not enough damage to take him down, and now Busio's Cougar food. Canyon shows up for a punish, and Gen.G are looking scary in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, Canyon, right place.
Just ticked over to level 5. Keen is halfway to level 7. And we're talking about a Jax that you already mentioned about getting grabbed by the dredge line, but nicely used there with the arcane shift to buffer through the grab. As Chovy here in mid lane might just find himself on the receiving end of a snowball, but considering he's level 7, he can still buffer through that knockoff. But nice shockwave coming out from Quad. Surely they get this kill. No way, Chovy just made him look foolish.
The magic shield on the Kassadin meant that he was able to tank
going
up.
Beautifully for Gen.G, not just with the plays that they are making, but the way that they're responding to the attempts FlyQuest is bringing, as Whippo going in against Keen, needs to try to lock him down here for Inspired to show up in time. That snowball needs to make its way into the Jax, but it ain't gonna collide.
Making it a nightmare for Quad.
Yeah, I mean, the problem for FlyQuest is going to be who actually deals with the Kassadin. They really don't have the lockdown required as Keen.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything for the Jax here either, as Keen is about to win a 1 versus 2. Inspired again showing up just a little bit too late to really make a lot happen. Keen thinking about turning around, maybe trying to finish off Whippo there, as Inspired on the Nunu. They found an effect all right. Chovy got a kill on Kassadin at level 7. That's exactly what Gen.G wanted to see, as Canyon is now looking to repeat his success here on these Nidalee ganks. Keen flashing forward for the stun with a counter-strike, needs a little bit more damage to kill off Whippo. But the Croc survives. Canyon will not be able to complete the job. Whippo surviving on a knife's edge to get the first kill.
Yeah, I will say, I do think, as much as people talk about Kassadin as late game beast, we'll see if Whippo can get out of this.
Lehen's with the dredge line. Whippo in trouble. Arrow from downtown. The Renekton still in danger, trying to slice and dice his way out of trouble. But Canyon's got the kill secured. Gen.G claim 1, but a teleport's ready to try to get something in response. Quad shows up, trying to put the damage into Paige, but he flashes back over the wall to get away. And the shockwave is an airball. Nothing else for FlyQuest yet, as Lehen's is now the target, and Inspired cuts off his escape. FlyQuest making an even trade 1 for 1, and Inspired wants to grab the Drake after.
You're right, Flowers, it's a 1 for 1, but look at the mini-map. Mid is being pushed in, top is being pushed in, the Dragon will be conceded as Canyon. The overstaying is welcome.
Yeah, Quad's still chasing after him here, but there is Pace to provide a little bit of extra peel. FlyQuest don't have the lockdown or the damage to complete the kill on the enemy jungler, so it will be Drake secured here for Inspired.
Drake is nice, but they're going to be way happier about the gold they get onto the Kassadin here on the top side. He's going to get solo gold on that tower, and it's a first tower going over to this Kassadin that's already ahead of the pace. Now he's up 1.3k gold.
He's just in such a good spot. Only 15.5 minutes into the game, and Gen.G has now gotten all 3 of the Baron Pit objectives in the early game uncontested.
I mean, the reality is the only person who's going to have a shot at doing it,
that was so close. If that hits Quad, he is in some serious trouble, and he might still be. Chovy chasing after him there, but will not find enough damage for a kill.
Yeah, critically the arrow misses. He is going to be able to survive as a result, if we're going to see Inspired looking mid.
Finds a knock up onto Pace, but Canyon's here to peel for his AD carry. Redemption summoned up, Inspired just shot to pieces. Gen.G grabbing 1 kill already, and Canyon ain't gonna drop. Pace finding the DPS in this one, as Keen's ready to jump in to make it 3. A triple kill for the Gen.G marksman. Those arrows fly straight.
Pays with phenomenal footwork, dancing his way around the fight, dodging the knock-up from Busio, and then re-engaging off the back of the damage from the tower and Canyon. Gen.G putting their foot down and looking to crush the hopes of FlyQuest here in game 2.
Yeah, they're running away with this second game. It's looking like it's going to be a tied-up series. And let's not kid ourselves, there was no way Gen.G would ever go down without a fight, and we might see Whippo going down too.
I think it's more than a maybe, Mr. Azael. I think Whippo is out of there. They'll give the kill over to Chovy on the Kassadin, 2-0.
Hit the knockup on either the Ashe or the Canyon Nidalee. Wasn't able to even get the 1 kill.
The locket from Lehen's doing so much work as well as we turn our attention to live.
Chovy in a 1v2, and he doesn't seem pressured at all. Busio and Quad without the damage to really threaten this guy. The arrow flies in from all the way up in the river, and now it's Busio under pressure. Shockwave hits both Gen.G players, but what's it gonna matter? They get the kill on the support, and they force the flash out of Quad as well. Gen.G, they made some overeager plays in game 1, but here in game 2, they are playing to their limits, and they are crushing FlyQuest.
I mean, they just have so much gold at this point, and the problem with the composition of Fly is it's not matching up well to what Gen.G have. They're losing in the isolated 1v1s. They don't have the damage to get the hook. Connects.
Lehens connects onto the turret, and it sets up Pays to just keep firing. Unstoppable. 5-0-2 here for the Ashe as Canyon throws the spear back over the wall. Whippo's coming in on the flank, looking to lock up Pays, who pops the cleanse, getting away from the Croc, trying to kite it out, but Whippo takes him down. 1-for-1 though, as Inspired is also going to drop with Lehens falling. You can see an ultimate 2-for-1 trade for FlyQuest side as they still continue going forward, looking maybe for Canyon, but it ain't gonna happen.
I mean, FlyQuest, they're going down, but they're going down swinging. Masu, no way out.
No, not from that Kassadin. Chovy is on a rampage. 2 items fully completed. Seraph's fully stacked. Farm at Chovy levels. It's feeling good.
The terrifying thing is Chovy doesn't even have the Malignance yet, and that's only going to make things even worse for FlyQuest. Because they have to keep the Orianna together. So you're always going to get split up on the sides. Gen.G can always force a skirmish, and in every skirmish scenario, FlyQuest always lose.
Exactly. I mean, it's so tough. If you can't win 5v5 and you can't win sides, you can't win League of Legends.
Well, they're going for the 3v1 play against Keen, but he's buying enough time. Pays arrow isn't going to hit the target. Keen is down. FlyQuest commit enough players to get the kill on the Jacks.
I mean, Gen.G are making a statement after game 1. They are absolutely dominating. Masu slightly oversteps, and Chovy sees an angle.
Chovy not afraid to continue going forward. Inspired the target down to about 1/4 HP. Heals up a little bit with the chomp. Redemption keeping him alive. Busio fires back going in with the quickness, but Chovy's so tanky. Gen.G's so far ahead. Whippo's going to be your target here next as the Shockwave doesn't do much. Pays getting the kill on Whippo. Gen.G just cutting them down like flies. Another triple for Pays as Quad is the only one left standing. Gen.G 4-for-0. Baron's coming up next.
And Gen.G smothered the last flames of hope here for FlyQuest. Quad's gonna go down as well, you have to think. No!
Keen ultimately dies to the turret. He nearly killed the turret to stay alive there, but just barely drops at the end. Pays his arrow, ends up baiting Keen to his death. But the remaining 4 players of Gen.G will enjoy a nice new purple coat as Baron drops 23 minutes into the game and the gold lead.
A game where they were on the Ashe, they were in the driver's seat, and they were determining how this game would be played, while the other guy was sitting back saying, all right,
prefers red side. You know, they're one of the only teams that will lose a game and actually pick red side over blue side, which is kind of almost blasphemy. But you know, will that change going into game 2?
Pays putting some damage into Inspired here as Chovy is ready to approach from the flank. Level 17 Kassadin, fully ready, fully locked and loaded. Those 3 items fully complete alongside an unbroken armband. He is fearless in this game state.
I mean, he has nothing to be afraid of. FlyQuest, they just don't have the money to really support any play they want to make. It's simply a matter of time for Gen.G as the base continues to experience the siege. Level 14 now for Pays, pushing bot, pushing mid. The Baron power play nearing 3,000. As FlyQuest are very quickly running out of options.
Yes, the tier 3 turret in mid lane now about to fall. Gen.G forcing the issue. Lehens with a flash over the wall, going in for the dredge line, ain't gonna find it. Inspired, having to pop the ult for the shield to stay alive. Redemption here too. Mid lane inhibitor already down. Bottom lane, the next target. Keen just set it up perfectly with the timing on the wave, and now Whippo will get locked up and shot down. Sterix will not keep him alive long enough, and Gen.G will not be stopped. Busio drops next, and the remaining 3 FlyQuest players fall back to the last bastion of the Nexus turrets, but Pays will not stop. He continues leading the charge, and Chovy's dominating. Another dredge line misses, but it won't matter. Quad and Masu trying to stay alive, but a step outside of the fountain steps is certain death. Gen.G clear the Nexus turrets. FlyQuest head back into their base. It's a tied series. Gen.G take game 2.
A great punch back in game 2.
These were the best highlights from today's Worlds 2024 matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.